Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drop Gimme 20 with Phil Riston. I am Phil Riston. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're on any other podcast platforms, please make sure to leave a nice rating, leave a nice review for your boy. Hook me up. I'm trying to start a movement here. Oh, guys, let's keep this going, man. There's a lot of things going on this week. Cowboy Bebop got canceled by Netflix, causing every guy who never had sex in high school to rejoice. Jussie Smollett has been found guilty of hiring two dark-skinned black men to play white supremacists, which not only gets him in trouble, but also causes him to go into the Hall of Fame for worst casting director of all time. And last but not least, Ghislaine Maxwell is on trial, and she is getting the full R. Kelly treatment. Let's get into this shit. But first and foremost, I just want to talk a little bit about myself, what's going on, and everything. Guys, first off, I wanted to let you guys know that I have created my own YouTube channel for Dropping Gimme 20. As I've started to get a couple more views and stuff like that, I'm starting to really get into optimization, and I realize it's a lot harder for people to search for this stuff and for them to stumble upon it when it's through my Phil Riston channel. It's better to put it on a Dropping Gimme 20 specific channel so that anytime somebody writes the word Dropping Gimme 20, anytime people type in any of the people that I've interviewed, that comes up. It makes it a lot easier. So this is going to be the last episode that is actually on the Phil Riston channel. It will be on my channel, but it will be I'll just be saving it and adding it to this channel's playlist of all the full podcast episodes. So you can still see full podcast episodes of Dropping Gimme 20 on here, but please try to go over to the Dropping Gimme 20 channel. Please like, share, and subscribe over there. I realize it's been so hard for me to build up a following, this small but mighty following that I have here, but I'm trying to push it from here over to there. So please support that. And I'll still be putting out plenty of podcast clips on this channel, along with sketches that I'm trying to do, short films that I'm trying to do. I think this channel is just going to be more for like miscellaneous stuff that I put out, that might not be following like a series or podcasting type format. So that's, I got a lot of things happening for me. What else is going on? My meal prep, my challenge of eating only the groceries that I bought from the grocery store is almost fucking complete. My meal prep is fucking fire right now. Let's see. I don't have too much in the fridge. It's almost done. What do I got? I got 6 blueberries, 1 banana, a bunch of spinach, and a pack of turkey bacon. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, all right? It's like Nipsey said, okay, people? The marathon continues. Oh my God, bro. Like you guys may know me as Phil Riston, but I go by many names nowadays. You know what I mean? The king chef of all, Spatula Poppy. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of different monikers being thrown out there because of my cooking game. It's kind of serious right now. All right? It's kind of serious right now. In fact, I actually made some chicken a few days ago that was fire. Because you know what I did, people? You know what I did? I melted a half stick of butter, right? Then I seasoned the chicken, right? Then I threw on the melted butter, and then I mixed it all in with my bare hands. Oh, I washed first, but I still went in raw. And I'm telling you guys, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. I put it in the, I took that after I marinated it for a while, put it in the air fryer. Oh, beautiful. Number one, if anybody does not have an air fryer, you immediately need to get an air fryer. It is our generation's microwave. Okay, I was raised on the microwave. I was raised in the microwave. I come from the microwave generation, but I was a toaster oven guy. I have a little bit of refinement to me as a human being, and the air fryer is that perfect combination of toaster oven and microwave. It's quick, but it keeps everything fucking crispy, and I got to make chicken in there, dude. I got to make some goddamn chicken in there, and I'm telling you, the crispiest skin with the most moist meat. It was delicious. I've gotten crazy with the air fryer, man. Like, people just keep that shit and use it for French fries and shit. It's like, nah, bro. I take my shit to the next level. Okay, I make chicken in there, motherfucker. 2 weeks ago, I put a porterhouse steak in that bitch. Killed it. Put a little prime rib. I don't give a fuck. I'm a renegade. Okay? I'm a renegade out here. Move over Che Guevara, all right? There's a new revolutionary out in these streets. And his name's Phil Risden, a.k.a. Spatula Poppy. I'm still dreaming about that chicken. Still dreaming about that chicken. Life is good though. What else has happened right now? I overheard that was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? I don't keep up with these other YouTubers, but apparently one of the Paul brothers was supposed to fight one of the Fury brothers. There's I believe there's Tyson Fury and there's Tommy Fury, who is another boxer as well, and basically he ended up having to bow out of the boxing match. If you guys know about this, have you seen this? You heard about this? Doing my little Jay Leno. They were supposed to fight. Apparently, Tommy Fury busted one of his ribs. He broke one of his ribs, so he can't actually fight in this thing right now. So there's going to be a rematch between Jake Paul and some other boxer that he, I guess, supposedly beat last time. And it's cool. I watched the Logan Paul and Mayweather fight and all that shit, which, it's Mayweather, Logan Paul, it wasn't that great, but at the same time, I understand the allure of watching these YouTuber boxing matches. I would love to see one of these two white guys get repeatedly punched in the face. In fact, I did. I paid for it. It's a racket. It's a racket. I like it, I just think, though, I think I'm just too old for these types of kids, though, because, like, yeah, sure, like, YouTubers are fun, but I want to see people that I think are celebrities. I want to see people that are important in my life. I want to see Katie Couric fight Barbara Walters. I want to see Geraldo Rivera shoot the fade with George Stephanopoulos. Okay? That's what I want to see. I'm a goddamn New Yorker. I'm trying to watch some fucking News at 9 fights. Okay, people? I'm that many years old. That's who I want to fucking see. It's crazy though. I think this is cool, man. I don't know what happened. When did boxing become a goddamn sideshow? I love MMA. I have so much respect for MMA. I think it's great. I've actually even practiced Muay Thai, karate before also as well. I did a little bit of wrestling in high school. I quit freshman year, but, I didn't need to tell you guys that. All right? So I care about all these things. I've grappled. I've even done a little bit of jiu-jitsu, But I hate the fall from grace that boxing has had. I feel like boxing used to just have there was history. It was one of those boxing was one of those few sports. It's almost like baseball where there's history. There's prestige to it. It's almost like this otherworldly fucking thing, You had great fighters like, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Lennox Lewis, Oscar De La Hoya. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? You had people like that, Oscar De La Hoya, even though he may have worn fishnets, allegedly, even though he may be wearing fishnets, the dude could fucking fight. You have Floyd Mayweather. And, now who do you have? Logan Paul, Jake Paul, I feel like Floyd Mayweather, sure, he's getting the bag, but he might as well be at a goddamn circus in the 1920s doing a fucking freak show. What is going on? Who is he next to? The bearded lady and the world's strongest man? What are you doing? It's all about the clicks, sure, but something has to give, people. Something has to give. Jesus Christ. That being said, I'm probably going to end up watching that rematch fight because supposedly I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world, but yeah, I probably am gonna end up watching that fight because Jake Paul supposedly put $5,000 challenging that guy to knock him out, which I'm pretty excited about. I love seeing a smug white dude getting dropped. So I might have to put some money up for that. I might have to pool a couple of my friends, and we're gonna have to put some money down for that one. Yeah, man. Yeah. But that being said, still want to see the Katie Couric, Barbara Walters, and Geraldo Rivera. I want to see that mustache getting blowing in the wind as he's taking a chin check from Stephanopoulos. All right, that's the real juice. A little bit of News at 9, Give him the old cloud front coming up north. That's what you need. Jesus. There's a lot of things happening, man. Like I said, in these last couple weeks, regrettably, Cowboy Bebop has been canceled by Netflix. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of the show. Not a big fan that they canceled it. I don't know what Netflix is doing right now. I think Netflix is going through that kind of we're seeing the decline. I think what we're seeing right now with them getting rid of Cowboy Bebop is we're seeing the decline of Netflix's hoe phase. That's what we're losing right now. I feel like 2-3 years ago, maybe about 4, Netflix was just signing everybody. Netflix was trying to get everybody under the umbrella. There was a million fucking, shows that they were trying to produce. They gave every comedian a comedy special. You're like, who? What? This person? Gallagher? Huh? They were all over the place. But they were really just trying to take the new money that they made and kind of cast a wide net and see what stuck. And I think now they're trying to refine things a lot, and they're coming up to the end of that whole phase where they were trying to spread themselves out. I feel like the live action animes are kind of the tail end of that, where it's like they made these deals like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And now they have to come through on them. But as soon as the production's out, all bets are off for whether or not they're going to continue and give a shit about any of these people. So it was very interesting. I'm sad to see it go. I know a lot of my friends, my fellow weebs out there, my fellow anime fans out there, really, it was, seemed to hate it. But then also too, over a course of like a week or so, I managed to see a lot of friends kind of, cross the fence, cross the bridge a little bit, jump over the wall and start to realize that maybe it was a good show. Me personally, I think it was actually really great, and I like the anime. I do like the anime, but I will say I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not one of my day ones. I think a lot of people, especially Americans, are so into Cowboy Bebop and everything because it's number one. It's by far the most Western of all animes. It's just such an incredible it's a Western noir. You know what I mean, about bounty hunters. So I think that's number one. And then number two, it's like we all got introduced to it through Toonami and all that shit. We sat there, after school. You'd run home after school or something, and there'd be like Yu Yu Hakusho, another one that has like a very American cult following, or shit like that. It was also on Adult Swim too. So that was the first time that a lot of people who were in their 30s now or their late 20s. It's like that was one of those shows, almost like South Park, where you stayed up late to watch it. So you have your first. There's so many raw feelings attached to watching the show that don't necessarily have to do with watching the show. That being said, yes, it could have been better, but I was really gearing up for a season 2, and you can tell they were building for a season 2. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks to see it go. There's nothing worse to me than a TV show getting canceled before they can finish a main arc that they're trying to do. I feel like I had 2 pumps in a girl that I really like, and then and then I went soft, and now the night's over. That's where I'm at right now. I got blue balls. I got emotional anime blue balls, and it sucks. But one thing did cheer me up was watching the Jussie Smollett trial. So that was pretty great. He's finally been found guilty, which it sucks. It's goofy. It's a really goofy thing that this guy did. That's the only way I can really say it. It's stupid, it's goofy, it's weird. You hear about it and you're like, huh? What? Why would you do that? Not to mention, I feel like every redneck in the world is going to use this now as their I'm not racist, or that racist thing didn't happen. This is the new, but I have a black friend. They're going to be like, but Jussie Smollett. They always lie. Jussie Smollett. And it's just like, fuck you, man. God damn it. I mean, dude, you're black and gay. It's very bookable for you right now. The streets are watching, and they're watching for someone like you. Okay? yes, the majority of Hollywood is still very, very white. So let's not get past that. I don't want to see any weird comments talking about like, well, if you're a straight white guy, you can't get shit. You can still get everything, okay? But there has been a nice little chunk carved away for black people, but specifically blacks plus something else. You know, there's that nice little sliver you get to have. You could have had it. I don't know what you were doing, buddy. And then also, like I said it before, poor casting, my friend. Poor casting. You're going to get a bunch of... You didn't even just get 2 black guys. You got 2 African guys. You got 2 of the blackest black guys. You know, what, you thought you were going to... You thought you were gonna fucking put a MAGA hat on them, and you know they were gonna change like Captain Planet or some shit. They were gonna arise. A new power wasn't gonna rise, you know, and nobody was gonna notice their blacklist. What are you doing, man? You couldn't get a light-skinned Dominican. What are you doing? They at least have some of the fucking Republican views, buddy. God damn it, dude. There's a little thing called the paper bag test. If any of you white people watching don't know, and some younger black people, HBCUs used to do a thing called the paper bag test, supposedly, where certain black people of a certain level of skin color could not get in. You had to be the color of a paper bag or lighter for you to go to colleges. All right, and I've never been a fan of hearing about the paper bag test or any of that. But you know where the paper bag test would have worked? Jussie Smollett's fucking fake ass hate crime. The paper bag test would have been great for that. Okay? You know? Dude, you're trying to get 2 guys who are telling you to, you know, being gay is wrong, and they're calling you all sorts of slurs. If you want to get somebody to do that to you, you don't get somebody who looks like me. Okay? You get somebody who looks like Barron Trump. Okay? You get somebody who looks like Michael Rappaport. All right, you get the Bill Burrs of the world, the Joe Rogans, okay? Maybe even a Carlos Mencia or 2, you know? A couple DDDs, all right? There you go, old catchphrase. But what did you do? you got 2 guys who look like Wesley Snipes, and you got them to claim that they were alt-right. I'm not buying it, and neither did the world. And I'm sorry, buddy, but you got fucked up. You got caught up, and it was over. It's all over, man. It's all over. I still can't believe that happened. That is the most ridiculous thing on the face of the fucking earth. I still cannot believe that is what happened, dude. So, Jussie Smollett, my heart goes out to you. It really does. I don't know what's going to happen. They haven't had the sentencing or anything. So I don't know if he's just going to get like some sort of probation or anything like that, or, you know, because listen, you know, like, yes, he did do crimes, but he's also rich. So I don't know if he's just going to get probation or if he's going to go to jail for real and have to deal with some real hate crimes. Because, if he goes to jail, there's going to be a lot of method acting in there, if you know what I mean. Okay? It's not going to be great, man. It's not going to be great. There's a lot of people going to jail these days. Ghislaine Maxwell, I have no idea. But I wish I could watch it. You know, they've only done the scribbles, you know, on the news where they show you like the illustrations. You know, I haven't really seen too much of Ghislaine Maxwell, but supposedly the prosecution has just ended on her, and they've put like a couple different women as witnesses on there. They've been giving her full court press. I'm not gonna lie, you know, for a white lady, you know, you think like, oh, they're gonna go easy on this lady. They went in. They have been going in. They've been pulling up every single woman that's ever had like a problem with her. I think there's been a few that have been silenced and this, that, and the third, or that didn't really take the stand and stuff, but they had a decent amount of testimonies, and they're going in on this shit. I mean, my whole thing that I'm wondering right now is just like what's going to happen with the defense, because now the prosecution has finally rested, and now it's the defense. I personally think they're going to go full white girl treatment. You know what I mean? They're going to go, she had no idea what she was doing. She was manipulated by this abusive white man who abused her as well, and you know, she might have touched those underage girls, but she was doing it just through orders of him, and she didn't know what else to do but listen to him, and him, point the finger, point the finger, point the finger. I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to go. I mean, because here's the thing, Ghislaine Maxwell, too, she wasn't just like a regular woman, you know. She was an heiress already. So she's not in the business of being caught or having to pay real consequences for her crimes. So I think, if anything, she'll probably, number one, she probably somehow will end up going to like white collar prison or some shit, you know. If not, she'll go to like real prison, but she'll be removed from every other woman in there. They'll give her like a couch. She'll be basically living like Italians in prison in the movie Goodfellas. You know what I mean? She's cooking fucking spaghetti, cutting pieces of garlic with a razor blade. She's going to be living just fine. And that's even if she just gets a guilty verdict. Because chances are, she's so rich, so powerful, she's so connected. And anybody who really knows the law knows that, like, law is through, like, connections, man. It's not necessarily about whether or not your lawyer understands the law or knows the law better than the other lawyer or better than the judge or whatever. It's mostly about who each lawyer knows, and what connections they can have. And through that, even those two lawyers will make deals with each other. That's why it's better to, like, get high-priced lawyers and stuff. It's not just how learned they are. I mean, definitely they're smart, sure. But it's also because if they're a high-ranking lawyer who is super expensive, they're accustomed to talking to people who live in that tax bracket, meaning that they can make moves for you within that tax bracket and possibly get you off. So, Ghislaine, I think she's going to get away with it, but if she doesn't, I guess we'll have to pour a little liquor out for her, We'll see how this shit goes, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see, well, not excited, but I'm interested to see how this unfolds, and I hope that these women who were treated terribly by her get justice, because there's some fucked up shit that went down, all right? And I feel like, Ghislaine, she's one of those people where it's like she gets out of prison or something. Like, if she gets guilty, whether she's guilty or not, guilty or innocent, I'm saying she's coming out with a book. All right? That's a guarantee. Whether she's guilty or innocent, whether she does jail time or doesn't, this woman is going to write a book. And when she writes a book, I want to read it. I really fucking want to read it. I want to know exactly who was on the island, and I want to know her theory on who killed Epstein, and that's it. All right? You heard it here first. So, guys, that's it. I think we're at about over 20 minutes right now, so I think I'm going to sign off. You guys are amazing. Like I said, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe on the Drop and Gimme 20 exclusive podcast channel on YouTube if you were watching this through YouTube. And if you're not and you're just listening, help me out, dude. Fucking subscribe to the YouTube, man. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to be putting out the podcast clips in little increments on my personal YouTube, but the full episodes are going to be on the Drop and Gimme 20 channel from now on. So this is going to be the final one that I'm putting on the Phil Risden channel. So please, please, please go over there and help me out, because I'm kind of, I'm in a good place here where I am at, for YouTube, for my sole channel that I put out random things on. But doing this new channel, it kind of forces me to start from scratch. So please help me out with that. If you fuck with this podcast, fuck with it over there on that channel. And that's it, man. Last but not least, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe right on here. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or any other podcasts, please make sure to leave a 5-star rating, 5 stars, and a nice little review for your boy. That's been Drop and Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. See you guys later. Peace.